The perks of working as Kylie Jenner's nanny. Kylie Jenner, who is a new mother of two, requires a lot of assistance, especially because she's a busy business person. Even though she has many family members willing to help, she also needs professional childcare. It's interesting to learn about what it takes to be a nanny for Kylie's kids. Is it exciting, or is it filled with strict rules and agreements? Kylie Jenner, a celebrity mom, has several nannies to help her manage the demands of motherhood. After the birth of her first child, she hired 4 nannies to assist with childcare. 4 nannies, and that is a lot. Initially, when her first child, Stormi Webster, was born in 2018, Kylie was unsure if she wanted to have nannies in her home at all and planned on relying on her mother for help with the baby. She was concerned about introducing too many new people into the household. It could be overwhelming for her and her baby, not to mention her much-needed privacy as a new mom. She was still learning, and she didn't want anyone hovering all over her and telling her what to do. Perhaps she thought after Stormi's birth it was best that she experience every second of motherhood. Kylie eventually realized that she needed additional support to care for her newborn and hired 4 nannies to assist her. As Kylie is often busy with her various business ventures and Travis Scott frequently travels and works on his music career, it was a smart move to hire extra hands to look after their little girl. Kylie needed to hire 4 nannies who would work in alternating shifts to ensure that Stormi was always taken care of. Entering the world of the Kardashian-Jenners is actually pretty demanding. First, all nannies must agree to and sign a standard non-disclosure and confidentiality agreement. They must pass an extensive and meticulous background check to meet the family standards for morals and ethics. Kylie's nannies had to audition for the family to check whether they got along well with her family. She wanted to make sure that everyone was on board with the nanny she chose. In addition to a clean criminal record, Kylie prioritizes nannies who understand the kind of life she and her kids are living. They must keep up with the family's fast-paced lifestyle, including their travel and involvement in the entertainment industry. On top of all these, nannies must have a great sense of style. It's not enough that they're good with kids, they also need to embrace fashion in all its glory. Kylie's hired help must also follow specific rules set by the Kardashian-Jenner family, such as not wearing jewelry while on the job and being available for last-minute trips and events. This may involve coming along to watch the kids while Kylie and her siblings or teamwork, or staying home with the children while Kylie takes a break. The nannies are also prohibited from taking photos of the kids, and everyone is required to check their phones at the door to prevent any unauthorized photos from being leaked to the press. Kylie ensures that her children have privacy even when they're surrounded by people who aren't family. Some people would think that her rules are too strict, but she needed to implement them to protect her family. Initially, after Stormi's birth, Kylie had no intention of sharing any photos of her daughter. Instead, she posted some affectionate tweets about the baby for her fans to read. However, she couldn't resist it and finally shared so many cute photos of Stormi. Just like any mother, she couldn't help but gush over how adorable her baby is. Posting her photos on Instagram is her way of showing off Stormi to the whole world. Although being a nanny to Kylie's kids is demanding, many believe that Kylie pays really well. It's not just after being a young billionaire, but because she will pay anyone handsomely when they're looking after her kids. After the success of her Kylie Cosmetics lines, which include skincare, swimwear, and baby products, Kylie became a billionaire before the age of 24, and her cosmetic line became one of the top sellers in the world. It's not known exactly how much the Jenner household pays their nannies, but everyone hopes that the compensation is sufficient considering the additional stress of caring for famous children. Even after Stormi grew older, Kylie maintained a high level of security at her home, requiring nannies and all other employees to pass through a gated security system every time they enter the house. Kylie herself does this to make sure that her security is as strict as she wants it to be. There was even a time when their security personnel didn't even recognize her voice on the intercom, and it had to be verified that she was indeed Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner's nannies are also entitled to some vacation days. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar, Kylie admitted that she sometimes sends the nannies home and takes time off work to spend quality time with Stormi, while also taking a break from her business. She said, "After I got pregnant, I spent so much time at home. I love it. I love to lie in my bed and watch movies and forget about the world. Sometimes I take some time off, let the nannies take days off, and hang out at home with Stormi." Kylie added that she takes inspiration from her parents when it comes to being a parent. She said, "I think about my parents in situations with Stormi, what they would do. They were very hands-on with me, and I want the same for Stormi. After completing the vetting process, Kylie's nannies are informed of all the rules for taking care of Stormi. While Stormi is privileged and lives a life of wealth and fame, she still has to follow certain rules. When Stormi was born, Kylie was very protective of her daughter's safety and health, making everyone sanitize their hands and only allowing family members to visit Stormi inside the house. The baby was prohibited from going outside for several weeks after she was born. Kylie also required anyone who entered her house to wear surgical masks while in the presence of Stormi. More recently, Stormi has even had more rules to follow. For example, the toddler is not allowed to watch the family's reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians until she's much older. Travis Scott agrees with this rule. He once shared this in an interview, saying, "Today, kids are on iPads. There's just too much technology. They don't play outside anymore." In addition to these rules, Kylie continues to carefully review and approve any photos of Stormi that are released to the public and is still somewhat obsessive about keeping her house clean and safe for the children. After giving birth to Stormi, Kylie was so strict about maintaining a clean and germ-free environment that she only allowed her family to give flowers as gifts, which resulted in rooms full of beautiful bouquets. Now that she has a baby, will Kylie still implement these rules for her son? No one is certain yet if Wolf Webster, the second child of Kylie and Travis, will be subject to the same rules as his older sister. However, based on how Kylie protects and cares for her children, she will continue to impose rules to ensure their well-being. As the Kardashians and Jenner's businesses and lifestyles continue to grow, their rules and practices may also change. Fans are curious to know if Kylie will take time off from her business ventures to care for Wolf, or if her team of nannies will assist with the needs of the growing family right away. Kylie's household runs in a similar manner to that of her sister Kim. Kim has no problem hiring help and also relies on consistent round-the-clock childcare for her 4 children. Unlike Kylie, who has usually one working nanny at a time, Kim actually has 4 nannies constantly on the job, one for each child. Kourtney also has a team of nannies with at least one assigned to each child. However, a major difference between her and her sisters is that for all 3 of her kids, she decided not to have a nanny for the first few months after each baby was born. She chose to have that special mother-baby time early on. While Kylie may not follow all the same rules as her sisters when it comes to raising her kids and working with nannies, the sisters still support each other when it comes to parenting their little ones. Kris, too, takes time off to care for and spend time with her 11 grandchildren. When Kylie kept her first pregnancy out of the public eye until the birth, people got more and more curious about her baby. Kylie admitted that she kept her pregnancy private for her own well-being and mental health. Everyone knew about her life, and she wanted to have some moments that no one knew about. Now that Stormi is born, people cannot get enough of her and want to know more about her. Even at an early age, Kylie makes sure that Stormi knows how blessed and privileged she is to have that kind of life. She also teaches her daughter to embrace every moment, especially when she's out, while still keeping her safe. At first, many criticized Kylie for choosing to have a child at such a young age. Fans were also calling out Kris for allowing this, but Kris defended her daughter, saying, "I think she was just born to have kids. I felt like I was the same way. I wanted to have a baby when I was 16 years old. I thought about how many kids I would have, so I think that some people are just when you know, you know." Kylie has always wanted to have children at a young age, but in spite of her age, Kylie is a wonderful mother. Many can attest to what a great mom Kylie is. Fans even notice that among all the kids in the Kardashian-Jenner clan, Stormi is the nicest and most polite. Now that she's a mother of 2, she has all the experience she needs to care for Wolf. She also had her nannies and family to help her and guide her. What do you think of Kylie as a mom? Do you think that having 4 nannies for a child is just too much? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned for more interesting videos. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.